Alright, what's up y'all? We are here today with the PCP Season 3 playoffs. Now, I had a first round bye, right? So we discussed this in that one video, and this is actually the semifinals versus Pat. So I play Pat, Chris plays Javi, and then winner of those two face for the finals. I'm gonna go ahead and just say it. I didn't play as good as, I didn't play as good as the standards that I tend to hold myself to, but it's still a pretty good fight. So what had happened was the first time I played Pat, week 10, I built this team, and it was really good versus him, and I had checks to everything, and everything was all good to go. And I realized I can't use this team to play Pat because I'm going to have to play him again most likely in playoffs, and I don't want to use my best team for him in a battle that really didn't matter. So that was kind of when we had the meme fight. I kind of just made a team with some random shit, and but yeah, a couple of these members stayed the same, you know. So like we had Roserade over Quagsire, we still had Jolteon, we still had Scarf Kartana, we still had Zygarde, Mammo, but basically the U-turn, the Volt turn combo between Pidgeot and Jolteon absolutely does a number to him, because his only ground type is Zygarde 10%, and that thing has like 7 Spidef, so it's not going to want to take any move, especially HP Ice. Now, I don't actually have HP Ice, but whatever. So, Chestnut was a pretty big problem. It's the one thing, I think, that could deal with young Squishy over there, but we're running some stuff on him to where no matter what he brings to counter it, it's not going to fucking work. But this guy's just here, basically. I can choose between this and Jolteon to be my lead. I always lead with Jolteon, so I expect him to expect that. So I think this will probably end up being the way to go. But I can just Hurricane, Hidden Power Steel, force out the Diancie immediately, Heat Wave for whatever else he had. I don't know. His team should already be on the screen. I forgot to bring it up. It's this. I had this battle last week, so it's already not very fresh. And I built this team like a month ago, so double not fresh. It's like the opposite of Subway in here. So yeah, just enough defense, I think, from the speed creep on. I don't remember. I think Diancie. So he's got a little bit of bulk to him. He can deal with Chestnut relatively well. Now, my initial thoughts in building this team was that man has Jirachi. He's going to boost up, or he's going to try to flinch me down. So we got Rocky Helmet Quag here. I actually haven't brought Quag all year, so this will be really funny to bring. If he is Scarf Rachi, which he brought Z Celebrate last time, so I do expect Scarf this time. He can try to flinch me down, but he's going to end up taking more damage than I am, and if I can just break through one time, get a rest off, he's going to have a hard time dealing with this. I can also Acid Spray stuff like Shuckle, so that way I can wear it down easier. If he does tend to bring that, I don't know if he will, because I have a lot of removal options, so I don't know if he's going to try to go for webs and rocks and whatnot. But yeah, he's going to have a really hard time breaking through this if I play it correctly. So that'll be fun. Then we have the very HP invested Jolteon Scoot here with the Shuka Berry. Basically, as long as I keep this guy at like 88% or so I can take one round of rocks and then I can still complete what I need to do. Basically, if Diancie, I don't have Bullet Punch this time. Last time I had Hitmonlee with Bullet Punch, which basically guarantees that Diancie can't Rock Polish up and sweep me. But looking at my team, a Diancie with a Rock Polish up absolutely just does shitloads to my team. So if everything's weakened even just a little bit, he just straight up takes me out. Fucking Quagsire can live one hit, but it's not gonna. I can barely do 50% back. Yeah, everything else I think just dies in one hit. That's why we got the Shuka Berry. He's obviously gonna click Earth Power versus this. I live a Diamond Storm. I live a Power Gem, but I don't live the Earth Power. So we got the Shuka. Got a lot of HP. He has decent Spidef too. 95 isn't really half bad. So I can take that thing out with a Hidden Power Steel, no problem, and hopefully it all works out. I don't actually have Hidden Power Ice for the Zydoge because I don't actually think it's going to come, but Shadow Ball will still be doing about 40% or so depending on his bulk. Hidden Power Steel is very clickable versus his whole team. Anything that comes in on a Hidden Power Steel isn't going to want to deal with my electric attacks, basically, except for Zydoge, but we'll see. Then good old Kartana coming back for like the 8th time this season with a Choice Scarf, just because it is so fucking good versus his team. I just click Leaf Blade over and over and over again. I start racking up Beast Boost. We have a great time. Zapdos is the one thing that can handle this, but a lot of the stuff on my team deals with Zapdos really well. Like pretty much everything else on this team, except for Pidgeot, beat the Zapdos 1v1. Especially if he thinks he wants to Toxic Quagsire and whittle me down like that. I'm Rest Talk, bitch. We're gonna get Acid Sprays going. We're gonna be scalding. We're gonna burn everything. It's gonna be fun. He can bring HP power, hidden HP power. Wow, hidden power Grass, but I don't see that coming. I think HP Ice definitely has to come on Zapdos for this guy right here. Now, I think this is the same spread I was running last time. Basically, I just needed just enough speed because his speed tiers are really weird. So just barely enough speed for defensive Zapdos, I believe. Again, this is over a month ago that I built this fucking team, so I don't actually remember. But basically, I was just able to invest a shitload into HP, and that guarantees that I live any hit from just about anything on his team. Moonblast, if he is like modest, I think still kills me, but I think if he is timid and bulky, which he probably will be if he's rock polished, then he's going to yeah, we livin', we livin'. Outrage is going to be great because with the Dragonium Z, I just get a kill. Nothing lives that. It just doesn't. At +1, Adamant Zygarde, nothing lives. It's going to be dope. 1,000 Arrows, really good versus the Zapdos. And everything, really. D-Dance, of course, and then Pain Split. So, my theory is, right, it's going to take more than one hit to kill Zygarde here. So what I think is going to happen is something like Chestnut will be in versus me, and it's going to want to go for some kind of move, maybe a Toxic, maybe a Wood Hammer, or something like that. I don't know exactly, but basically my plan is to get this guy nice and whittled, and then he'll come in to revenge me with something that will be slower than me, and I can just click Pain Split, even out the difference, and then be able to kill that Pokemon, and basically get a second sweep with this, or extending the sweep with this Pokemon. But we'll see. It really depends on how the game goes, but it's there if I can click. If I have the balls to click it, it'll happen. So then, lastly here we got our anti-Entei Mamoswine, which may sound dumb because I am an Ice type, but with Thick Fat and the Lumberry, I eat a Sacred Fire, take like 60 to 70, no problem. Can blow that thing away with a big ol' Adamant Earthquake, and then still have Ice Shard to deal with Zapdos and stuff like that, and then have Icicle Spear because we don't want to miss. If I do get 2 hits, I'm gonna be upset, but we ain't missing, no sir. So yeah, let's get into the battle. So as you can see, he did not bring his defensive walls. Well, 2 of them, I guess. He still brought the Zapdos and the Shuckle, but he didn't bring the Blastoise. He didn't bring the Chestnut. And that's pretty cool. He did bring the Zydosh, which is actually kind of a problem, but like I said, I'm just going to lead right off with Pidgeot, and we're just going to start firing off Hurricanes. Nothing wants to come in on a Hurricane plus a Hidden Power Steel, so fuck it, we'll get some damage. And he actually shows to not be leftovers, which is crazy because no residual recovery is cool with me. If he wants to, I think his only option other than lefties is going to be either a berry of some sort, like one of those 50% berries, or a whatcha-jigger, Pain Split, or Rest, I guess. But he could be Resto Chesto. I could see that. But we do a clean 33%, meaning that as long as rolls go in our favor, this is going to be a 3-hit KO. So he Toxic'd me the first time, which is cool. He didn't go for hazards, which is cool. But then again, this is the only thing that really cares about hazards. Everything else is just taking 12, or less. So I clicked Hurricane again, obviously, thinking I'm going to just 3-hit KO this thing, and there's always the possibility of it hitting himself in confusion and whatnot. And then I realized that he'll know that, and so I think he'll want to save this and get it in versus something like, a Jolteon or something like that, so that he can just start getting up webs and all that stuff. So I actually just go for the U-turn on this next turn, and it actually does pay off because he goes into Zapdos. So, we found out that he's going to be Rocky Helmet Zapdos with a crit 7% U-turn, good god. But now I can go right on out into Squishy here, and we're going to have a good time. So, I thought he would just, toxic me, go for something like HP Ice, do something like that, but the way he plays this, it makes me think he's going to have the Scarfrocci in the back, because he does just click the U-turn. I outspeed him, which he's pretty slow Zapdos. He U-turns, does not a lot, and goes right out into Jirachi. Now, I know he's going to be Scarf by the way he brought it in. He got the slow U-turn. He in his mind, it's all going according to plan, right? So, but I'm bulky as fuck, so he's just gonna Ice Punch me, not freeze me, thank fuck. Not being frozen by Serene Grace is the best thing ever. I love it. And Jirachi goes down. Now, he goes out into Entei. And if this thing is banded, then he's going to kill me here, and it's gonna be a bad time. There's not much I can do about it. I can go into my Rocky Helmet Quagsire, but if he's not banded and he is the Z Grass move, which he could be, then he's going to blow me away. So I would probably have to scout for that and end up sacking something like Pidgeot, honestly. Looking like the least useful member of the team at this moment. So rather than do all that, I just kind of decide to sack this. I got a good kill with Rachi on this, so that's his fastest member of his team. And I should be able to handle everything else with Kartana as long as I have the Mamoswine for the Zapdos. So I just stay in, and here is where I definitely should have clicked Pain Split. But I just clicked Thousand Arrows expecting to die. I live on 1%, he gets a low roll. He wasn't very happy about said low roll, but hey, that's the game we play, you know? So if I had clicked fucking Pain Split, then I would have gotten, I think, about to 50 or 60%, and I would have been out of E-Speed range from Zydoge, and I probably would have just swept his entire team with a +1 Zygarde, and it would have been awesome. But Cuckle comes out here, and I guess he's going to force me to burn my Z move, basically. He has Extreme Speed on Zydoge, so I think he definitely should have gone to that. This is just giving me another chance to get another kill, basically. But I decided, fuck it. He didn't know if I would have Groundium or Dragonium, so he can't really double to Diancie on that. So fuck it, you know. And then here, once again, I'm up 6-3, so I can just kind of play carefully and still pull this win out as long as I get damage on everything. So I just decided, fuck it, maybe since he went Shuckle first, it kind of made me think that he wouldn't have the E-Speed. Obviously I've already had this battle, so I know he has E-Speed, and he just takes me out with said E-Speed. But since he brought the Shuckle first, I was like, what the fuck's going on, you know? But Mamo's here, and I can just go right for any Ice-type move and kill something, so I decide that his best play is going to go to Diancie to eat the Ice-type attack, and then blow me away with a Moonblast or something. Or force me to sack, rather. That's not happened. Pat makes a big boy play to make up for his mistake with the Shuckle, and goes right to Zapdos, which I thought was fucking odd. Like, I after this, I sat here for a good minute and was like, what the fuck? Like, is he just giving up? Like, what the fuck? What in the actual fuck? But I get on out of there. I have a Lumberry, so if he does want to burn me with a Heat Wave or something, he can try, but yeah. I just decide to go to Quagsire. He can go to Diancie, and I'll be able to get off some decent damage with this guy. He can Moonblast me for like, what, 69% Giggity, Quiggity, and but I can do half with my Scald, so that's cool. Now Moonblast comes out, and that's going to kill me. That's cool. That's cool. Like I said, I can still play safely and still win this fairly easily. So I know he's switching out. He needs Diancie. I have to go for the Shadow Ball because I don't know if he's going to go into Zapdos or what. But yeah, I do 35, which I think means he has a little bit of bulk. He's banded, and that does a shitload of damage. But now the Zydoge is in range of whatever we need it to be. So, Jolteon, you did good. Go back to your ball, buddy. Yeah, so E-Speed does 37% because I am fat as fuck. Icicle Spear, I only need one sickle to take that guy out. Now, Diancie can come out, and this, okay, fuck. I fucked it up. This was a huge 50-50 here. Fucking huge 50-50, right? If he rock polished up, I just lost. I straight up just lost. I don't think he actually killed me in one hit. No, he did. He did definitely kill me with one Moonblast. So I didn't know if he was going to, if he even had rock polish. I think he definitely should have rock polish, but I wasn't sure, you know. but after thinking about it for a good long hot minute, if he rock polished and I switched, I lost. If he moonblasted and I stayed in, he lost. So it's a 50-50. I switched out, just hoping to get it right, and I do make the correct play. Thank fuck. And a comment can come in. I can just click Leaf Blade, I can click Smart Strike, I can click whatever I gotta click to be able to kill this, but he does have a defensive Zapdos, which is Rocky Helmet sitting right there, and it's gonna, can you just, okay, it's not gonna show me what percent it's at, but it's like 76, I think. So I can Leaf Blade, and take Rocky Helmet Chip, and not 2-hit KO this thing, or I can make a big boy play, and I can double to Mamoswine. And that's exactly what I do. I do reveal to him that I am completely 100% Scarf, but at this point, it doesn't matter. I win the game, pretty much. He can Heat Wave me, even if you burn me. I had a Lum, Icicle Spear, basically I just had to get 3 hits, which thank fuck I do. And then I just had to put him in range of Ice Shard. Now Diancie can come out, and I have to click Earthquake because, yep, he reveals the Rock Polish, I guess just not expecting me, but just hoping for the choke. And yeah, that's going to be playoffs. Again, I didn't play as good as I think I should have. I think I definitely should have clicked Pain Split versus that Entei. It would have been fucking dope, and it would have made this game 10 times easier for me. But Pat made some misplays too, so I'm not necessarily too worried about it. We came out on top. Now we just have to see if Chris or Javi's going to win, to see if see if we get a rematch of last season's finals, me versus Chris again, or if we'll be versing our pal Javi and his team of fucking threats. So again, go ahead and check out Pat's side of the battle. It will probably never ever be up because he's away in the Air Force, but check out his channel at least, see his previous battles, do all that stuff, and yeah, it'll be fun on a bun. So thanks for liking, subscribing, watching, doing all these things out of order. So yeah, bye forever.